Hey, I'm Taco. My government name is Jeremy Patterson. The only person that calls me by that name is my mother. I just go by Taco. It's worked pretty well so far. I think I'll stick with that. I am a sales pro at Speakerbox Auto Sound and Accessories in Huntsville, Alabama, where I have been a team member for 3 years and 1 month, give or take a few days. I was bored, I guess. Unfulfilled, I think would be the word. I felt like I had nowhere to go in my previous job other than administration. That's not really me. So I did what anybody does when they're looking for a job, and I made a post on Facebook because that's how you find out the good jobs. On that post, I had a couple of people comment that Speakerbox was hiring. They had worked for Grant at Speakerbox previously and had, nothing but the highest of praise. Apparently, I found out later, they had reached out to Grant and spoke highly enough of me to at least get me a phone interview. After that, a few weeks went by, 2 or 3 weeks. I had an in-person interview at that point. And then enough time passed that I'd kind of accepted I wasn't what Grant was looking for when he called and asked me to come by the store and pick up my offer, job offer letter, offer contract. Maybe it was a packet that had an offer in it. I read over it briefly. It was exactly what we had talked about. So we shook hands. I started at Speakerbox on July 26th, 2021, which is just over 3 years ago today. The biggest challenge I faced in the last year was getting my head back in the game and overcoming something akin to burnout. It wasn't exactly burnout because I wasn't burnt out, but we got to a point within the staff of having policies and procedures that were tedious and heavy and just a burden on the day-to-day. And it took a toll on me to the point where I was dreading coming to work. And when I dread coming to work, I don't perform my best. I'd become listless and unmotivated, just kind of going through the motions, getting through it every day and getting home, showing up to draw a paycheck, whatever you want to call it. I sat down with Grant. We had a great talk. He had been noticing that my head wasn't really in the game and wanted to do whatever it took to help, and he has. Changes have been made. Everything has definitely made a strong step back toward feeling light and agile the way Speakerbox felt when I came on board. And it has helped my mindset on a day-to-day basis so much. I believe if I asked my coworkers to describe me in this context, it would be something along the lines of a team dad. And I want everybody on our team to want to do their best, whether it's an amp sub that they've done 1,000 times, literally, and could do in their sleep, or a super advanced DSP system that requires 2 or 3 days to even get it tuned. I want them to want it to be the best it's ever been done every single time. And that requires somebody cheering you on. And I am more than okay filling that role. I have a difficult time coming up with an answer to this question because I don't feel like I have a sales technique or strategy. I just talk to my customers and then I listen. Obviously, we all know that's the most important part, is asking the right questions and then listening for the answers within the answers. I have come up with a few qualifying questions that make my customers they chuckle when I ask them, no, how much bass do you really want? That taking just that one little step, because everybody tells you can say it with me. How much bass does anybody want in a given install? Oh, just a little, right? We've heard it a million times. How much bass do they actually want? A few of them want a little. Most of them want at least a pretty good bit of bass. Some of them want to blow the windshield out of their car. And you've got to ask the right questions and then listen for those little subtle clues, little context clues that tell you if they're truthfully just looking for accent or feel bass, or if they want to beat the block down. Little things like that I feel like would be the closest thing I have to a strategy or a technique. For me, this one's simple because it's basically the same answer as the previous question in a way. I want my customers to remember that I listened, that they came in, told me what they wanted, and I got them set up with equipment and installation techniques that delivered exactly what they wanted and then some. It's a relatively simple idea that I have come to learn not every shop can deliver. Number one for this question, hands down, no hesitation, Grant Winslow. He took a chance on an old dude that knows nothing about car audio and has a hard time remembering stuff, and set me up with a team and a environment to succeed. Whether that was a smart move or not remains to be seen, but I've got a couple of awards on my desk that I think are pretty cool, so we're off to a good start. Number two, without a doubt, is Taylor Widmer. He is my sales supervisor and the guy I spend 8 hours a day, every day with. Basically pushed me up to speed in this industry. When I say Grant built a team to help me succeed, Taylor was number one. He's the guy that taught me everything I know for sure. Not everything he knows, but everything I know, which is a start. Outside of Speaker Box, I could spend a half hour, probably longer, naming all the people that have influenced me, and I would still leave some off the list. There's always going to be two that I come back to for this question. I don't care if I've been doing this for 50 years. Number one is Rob Coach. He's no longer in the industry. That makes me sad every day when I think about it. But he reached out to me as the reigning Sales Pro of the Year in 2022 and basically drug me into the awards process, even though it wasn't really something I was interested in because I didn't feel like I deserved awards. I still don't. We'll get to that one in a second too. But he basically made me believe in myself enough to make a video to go out for Rookie of the Year. I won that. He made me believe in myself enough again last year to go out for Sales Pro of the Year. I was told number 6 in the voting. I don't know if that's true or not, but I did win Customer Choice, which is huge. Holy cow. Number 2, outside of Speaker Box, the other gentleman that is just not only for me, but apparently for everybody, Marty Adamscheck. He was the installer of the year in 2022. He did the same thing as Rob. He reached out to me for no reason other than just because he's an amazing, beautiful, wonderful human being and updates me daily, if not at least weekly, on everything going on in his life. He always asks how things are going in mine. You can just tell he's one of those people that cares about people. There's nothing to me more beautiful than a soul that just cares about other people. And Marty personifies that. I've been told by the people that have won these awards in the past, and even the people that choose the winners each year, that I shouldn't answer this question the way I'm about to. I'm also not going to look in this camera and tell a lie. I don't feel like I'm the salesperson of the year because that title is reserved for the very best. And that's not me. I'm not the best. I'll work hard to get there, and maybe one day I can look into this camera and say with all the confidence in the world that I'm the best at what I do. But right now I'm not. I want to be in the conversation because that means I'm making progress and working toward the ultimate goal of being the best. But until I feel in my heart that I'm the best, this is the best answer you're going to get on this question. I appreciate the few minutes you took to watch this video. It means so much that you're even still here at this point listening. If I've earned your vote, thank you. That's awesome. I appreciate you so much. If I haven't, please let me know why. Wherever I posted this video, if you're seeing it on YouTube or Facebook or wherever, let me know what I can do better. If it's related to the video or how I do my job or who I am as a person. If you think I'm just a big old jackass from Alabama, tell me that. I'll work on it. If that helps me learn and grow and do and be better, I'm all for it. Thank you again for watching. I appreciate it. We'll see you next time.